I'm Margaret Plummer. I was born in Sheffield and I now live here in Driffield. I moved to Driffield in the hope that I would be in a community to help me meet people and get out, and unfortunately it didn't develop like that, and I became isolated and really in my own home, unable to go out and meet people. Fear and anxiety were the main things. Lack of drive, or just completely lack of motivation to go out and do things. Although I could create things in the garden, beyond that I couldn't go.
So I'm Dr. Joe Clackus. I work in the medical centre, which is Cranwell Road in Driffield. My involvement with Margaret actually started a couple of years ago, really, in a patient who was making quite regular telephone calls to the practice. And initially I was struggling to manage with her on the telephone, and she was reluctant to come to the practice because she was quite anxious. It became apparent that actually she probably did need more than just my input alone. I certainly spent quite a lot of time with her talking about medications, but actually to gain the confidence to go back out into the town, it was obvious that I needed some help in trying to help coerce her. I did a number of visits with Phil, who's our social prescriber, going up to her house, spending that little bit extra time with her, going through things just that little bit more slowly, piecing things apart in a slightly different way that one can do in the regular sort of 10-minute GP appointment.
It's Phil and Stacey, community link worker. I'm based out of Driffield for Cranwell Medical Centre. So the original referral from GP practice to myself was to support her with anxiety issues and rebuilding her confidence. And we were able to do that through one-to-one support, mostly through home visits because she wouldn't leave the house, and also linking her in with a connector service for support, and also getting her involved in groups in the area.
And we met at the surgery on one occasion, went through what was possible for me to do or attempt to do, and Phil came here, which was much more comfortable and accessible, and I was given tasks to achieve during a week, and they were gradually stepped to engage me more and more back to the outside world, which I'd sort of withdrawn from.
She has now kind of come out of her shell, really. Her confidence is rebuilt, she's eating better, she's sleeping better, she's leaving the house more. I found out recently that she's literally going on holiday with a very good friend of hers. And when you think back, say, like I say, as little as 6 months ago, she was taking the battery out of her doorbell, she wasn't answering the door, she wasn't answering the phone, so she'd unplug her phone and things like that. So refound her confidence and self-belief in her own abilities to be able to re-engage in society, and actually seeing her with a smile on her face now. She seems a lot more relaxed, calmer, and actually can see a future for herself.
Oh, I feel really positive about being able to move forward. I can't do it without support. I'm not pretending I could just walk out and be entirely independent. Not yet.
Margaret, pleasingly, has been really one of our huge success stories. She's really engaged well with both myself and the social prescriber, has taken a lot of the advice on board, and I don't think it's too far an exaggeration to say it's really helped change her life and turn her life around.